When it comes to preparing for retirement, one of the most frequently overlooked costs is taxes. In fact, for many Americans, taxes could end up being their biggest expense after their working year. So why not have a strategy in place to deal with this reality? And joining me now is Ed Wright, a partner at Golden Reserve, a Cincinnati area financial retirement firm, with some great information. Ed, let's get into it. What tax mistakes are you seeing retirees making right now?
Yeah, so the biggest mistake that we see folks making is not having a plan, right? It sounds simple, but not having a proactive plan on when they're going to pay tax in retirement is the biggest mistake, and it just means they default to what Uncle Sam wants them to do, and that can cost them more money.
Yeah, and that's something we don't want. Are there ways that we can avoid paying too much taxes?
Yeah, so having a plan, deciding when you take the money out, taking advantage of these low income brackets that we're in retirement can be really beneficial. The biggest thing is, let's not default to what Uncle Sam wants us to do, because he's got some tricks up his sleeve, if you will.
We want to be in control, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
What kind of penalties should retirees kind of watch out for?
Yeah, so Uncle Sam's got penalties written into the tax code that means folks will pay more, right? The first one is a widow's penalty. When that spouse passes away, that surviving spouse ends up paying twice as much in taxes, and then the money ultimately goes to the kids, and they can get hit with that kiddo's penalty, which can mean 3 times as much going to Uncle Sam than we'd want.
Wow, I don't think a lot of people know that either.
Yeah.
And this seems really important. Why do you think people don't focus on tax strategies enough?
Yeah, so when you think taxes, usually what comes to mind is, hey, I got to get my tax return done, I got to get my 1099s, my W-2s, and then once you finish that, you take a deep breath and you're like, I'm done, right? There's not a lot of folks looking forward to thinking, how do I reduce my taxes next year? So it's just very easy to, a lot of planning is just backward looking. We think folks need to be looking forward.
Looking forward. How can your tax map shed maybe some light on all of this?
Yeah, so for folks that want one, we will run what we call our roadmap for retirement. And one of the very first tools that we put in there is our tax map. We're going to work with our internal team of CPAs to calculate what they could pay if they went down Uncle Sam's path, and what a proactive path would look like for them, and to see if there's a savings there or not.
Boy, and this roadmap for retirement really sounds like it will be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We love to run them because it gives folks focused where their risks are. Not only taxes, but we'll look at the flashlight to find out how much risk they're taking. We'll run a fee filter to tell them how much they're paying in fees so they can decide if it's worth it. And then we have a long-term care compass that shows them some different strategies than they've probably not heard of to protect themselves in the end of their retirement from the nursing home.
And I like it because it's a holistic approach.
Yes, yes.
All right, Ed, well, thanks so much.
Thank
and
you.
if you at home, if you want to learn more about minimizing taxes and maximizing your retirement, Ed has a great offer for you right now. For the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $500,000 or greater, he's offering a complimentary roadmap for retirement. And this is going to allow Ed's team of retirement planners to create your tax map, fee filter, long-term care compass, market flashlight, and income tent. And they'll do all of this work for no charge or obligation. It is just that important. All you have to do is call this number, 513-912-4335. Again, that number is 513-912-4335.